Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed, and at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and in the home of the brave?
Oh, good evening. Can we have a round of applause for everybody that participated in our pre-program performance? It's truly amazing. Well, good evening and welcome to the Lenape Regional High School District's annual Student of the Month program. I am Dr. Carol Birnbaum, and I have the distinct pleasure of being the superintendent of this wonderful school district. And I do say this a lot, but it's something I truly believe and I like to share all the time. This school district has all the ingredients on what I think what makes it a very special school district. We have excellent students who are active and engaged in their education. We have a passionate and dedicated staff. We have very supportive parents and, of course, a very supportive Board of Education. And so before I begin my opening remarks, I would like to introduce a few of the board members who are here with us this evening to help us celebrate. So please welcome our Vice President from Mount Laurel, Mrs. Paula Lee. From Medford, Mr. Dave Stowe. From Medford Lakes, Mr. Steve Lee. From Evesham, Mrs. Bonnie Olt. And the President of our Board of Education, Mrs. Linda Eckenhoff. Faculty, students, parents, and members of the Board of Education, thank you. Thank you for being here this evening. I want to share a little story about an article that I read. A high school teacher published this not too long ago, and she was describing one of her class exercises. The class was reading the memoir of Elie Wiesel's Night, which is a common piece of literature used to talk about the Holocaust. And while they were doing their student presentations, there was an interruption from the classroom next door, and there was a crying. And it was, no, 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 this crying from next door. And it stopped the class, and they looked at their teacher, and she reassured them that a special needs class was using the classroom next door, and there was a particular boy in there who was prone to crying, but don't worry, students, we have a teacher there who is managing the situation. And that seemed to get her class back on track. The students started doing their presentations, but the crying still continued. And one boy got up and left the classroom. And the teacher described this boy as an introverted, pretty big guy for a freshman, but he jumped out of his seat and he's like, I've got to see what's going on next door. And a few minutes later, the crying stopped. And the boy came back into the classroom, and the teacher asked the boy what happened. And he said, all that boy needed was for me to hold his hand and calm him down. And she was amazed at his display of tenderness and his compassion and his bravery to do what Wiesel asks of his readers, to act in the face of despair. And everyone in that class heard the cries, including the teacher, yet they were complacent. You know, as adults, we sometimes get caught up in our routines. We may miss the humanity unfolding in our eyes. We may be too focused on the task at hand. Teachers, you know, we try to get every minute out of the classroom. Parents, and I'm guilty of this too, you know, at home, you know, the office interrupts us because that smartphone is vying for our attention all the time. But teenagers, they are equipped to respond to the world around them in a way that we adults often sometimes forget to do. But not every teenager uses their innate ability to empathize and respond with action. This is why we celebrate Students of the Month, because it's students like you and like the young man who responded to the crying next door who should be celebrated for your great character and your ability to act. We have our own stories to tell in our district of ways of teens acting in ordinary and extraordinary ways. Students, you all have stories that are unique to you, which we will get to hear about tonight. And as we hear them, we're going to hear some constant themes. Students of the Month, you're heroic, compassionate, enthusiastic, and upstanding individuals. Students of the Month, you are motivated and hard workers. You don't have to be the smartest kids in the class, but you love learning, and you put your maximum effort into every problem, every writing assignment, and every assessment. Hard workers are the bright spot to every teacher's day. You may volunteer for clubs and activities to make your school or the surrounding community a better place. You may be leaders without the title. To be a leader among your peers in the classroom, in the school building, helps set the tone for what is acceptable behavior and what is not, simply by modeling it day in and day out. You are upstanders. You show others how to treat their classmates, and you speak up for those who cannot speak up for themselves. And you may make mistakes, but you reflect, you correct, and you help others around you avoid the same mistakes. And when the inevitable happens, a mistake is made, you usually find around the Students of the Month is a really great support system, because you surround yourself with people who have your best interests in mind. Now, being a member of a support system for a teenager, parents, is not without its challenges, right? You check grades, you get tutors, you check grades again, you email teachers, and sometimes you need to make unpopular decisions at home to help keep your teen safe and making healthy choices. You are the closest to the daily routines and life of these teenagers, and you work hard for that, and I thank you for raising such incredible young adults. Students of the Month, you display kindness. You are survivors, upstanders. You've displayed extraordinary effort, service to school or community. You may help others defy the issue, or you may be someone who just brightens the day every day in the classroom or at school. Students in the Month in our school district, you are perfect to your teacher, and you possess great character. You never know who is watching, striving to be just like you, so I'm glad the staff in the Lenape Regional High School District were watching and paying close attention, and this enabled to pick you out of hundreds of teens they encounter on a daily basis. So staff, I really want to thank you for paying attention and noticing and recognizing these students who have shown you and their school community that they're worthy of praise and emulation. Students, I want you to strive to see yourself as your teachers, your counselors, your administrators, and your parents see you. You are special in their eyes. Believe in yourself and your ability to make a difference. You have already made a difference in the Lenape Regional High School District. So on behalf of the members of the Lenape Regional High School District, Board of Education and Administration, we offer you our congratulations for your outstanding achievements, and we're really proud of you, and we look forward to the great things still to come from you. Thank you. Now, it is my great pleasure to bring up our Board of Education members and the principal of Seneca High School, Mr. Jeff Spector, and Assistant Principal, Ms. Trish LaBeouf, so we can start to honor our Students of the Month from Seneca High School.
I'd like to first thank Seneca Student of the Month Committee who volunteer their time to the Student of the Month Committee. John Brooks, Laura Fair, Sean Lamont, Jason Pittner, Kate Whitfield, and Jackie Ziegler. And now for Seneca's winners. For October, grade 9, Nick Webb, nominated by Mary Ann Devine. Nick is a member of the football team, debate team, and concert band while carrying a challenging academic program. He volunteers as a teacher assistant at his church and works part-time as a flag football referee for youth. Nick has diverse talents and clearly shows his respect and value of his family, teachers, coaches, and friends. He is making the most of his experience as a freshman at Seneca. His outgoing, caring personality, as well as his smile, make him an asset to our Seneca family. Nick Webb. Grade 10, Madison Hackney, nominated by Suzanne Arfuso. Maddie has been a member of FCCLA for 2 years. She has helped with Read Across America, donated supplies and baked goods for Seneca families, and is always willing to jump in and help anyone in need with a smile on her face. Maddie has helped FCCLA make 60 small sewing bags, which were sent to Haiti, cloth napkins for Tabernacle Dance, played with children at Voorhees Pediatric Center, volunteer for Safe Trick or Treat, and crocheted hats for the local hospital. Maddie is always ready to learn and willing to share in class and comes during lunch and learn to work. She never hesitates to jump in and help others. Madison Hackney. Grade 11, Morgan Weiss, nominated by Jackie Ziegler, is not here with us tonight. Morgan is incredibly knowledgeable and well-spoken beyond her years. She is passionate in her opinions and often inspires her classmates to care more deeply about the topics we debate in class. She goes beyond what is taught, often seeking outside information to continue learning and bringing what she learns back to share. Morgan is compassionate and goes out of her way to make other students feel comfortable and included, both inside and outside of the classroom. Morgan Weiss. Grade 12, Nash Noecker, is also not here with us tonight, nominated by Mary Ann Devine. Nash is one of the AFJ ROTC students who is always helpful and smiling. Nash is always polite, respectful, and helpful. During an emergency in his classroom, Nash ran to the nurse for help. He then carried the emergency bag while clearing halls to the second-floor classroom. Nash has one of those booming voices and is like E.F. Hutton commercials where everyone listens when he speaks. Despite a loss in his family last year, Nash has remained upbeat and continues to come to school as a leader and a smiling, respectful student. Nash Noecker. For the month of November, grade 9, Malin Jasinski, nominated by Grace McCluskey. As a freshman, Malin is participating in football, basketball, baseball, and Interact. Malin volunteers for his church when needed and has assisted in the IMMS Youth Sports Program. He is an extremely intelligent, well-spoken young man who always gives 100% in class. He contributes to discussion and is able to learn and apply his learning in class. Malin shoveled driveways and raked leaves for neighbors and hopes to continue giving to others through service in the Interact Club. Malin Jasinski. Grade 10, Emma Benninghouse, nominated by Kate Gosker. As a member of the girls' volleyball team, Emma is always so positive, willing to help and work with anyone, and no matter how the game is going, you can count on Emma to keep everyone smiling. When the team goes to Philadelphia to feed and give clothes to the homeless, Emma is right up front helping people find what they are looking for, talking to them, and helping get other players involved. Emma is a selfless person who is always willing to help, and she always finds the positive in every person and situation she is in. Emma Benninghouse. Grade 11, Sophia Katerina, nominated by Jackie Lambusta. Sophia is involved with DECA, Interact, cheerleading, Latin, bio, and varsity clubs, and student government. In addition, she helped set up for sophomore cotillion, prom house, character breakfast, safe trick or treat, dodgeball tournament, and cam jam tournament. Outside of school, Sophia has coached a special needs team, volunteered at War in the Woods, helped with road cleanups, and in a soup kitchen. Sophia works hard in class and is dedicated to being the best she can be, as well as caring for the success of her peers. Sophia is trustworthy, empathetic, and genuine. Sophia Katerina. Grade 12, Jacqueline Brescia, nominated by Jackie Ziegler. Jackie is an enthusiastic member and captain of the Seneca cheerleading squad and demonstrates her school spirit both on the sidelines and in the classroom. She helps out at the food pantry for her church, and people there know her to be helpful, encouraging, and always ready with a smile. At Seneca's game with Camden High, 3 little girls came over from the home sideline to watch our cheerleaders. At halftime, Jackie introduced herself to the girls, chatting with them and letting them play with her pom-poms, and generally making it a fun night for them. Jackie is a responsible, organized, proactive student who not only does her best on her assignments, but acts as a resource for other students who have questions about assignments. Jackie Brescia. For December, grade 9, Zach Beach, nominated by Diana Hanna. In the first week of school, a study skills packet was handed out to all students in the class to place in their binders. Students were then given an assignment to begin work on the first pages. As most of the students began to work on their pages, Zach quietly came up to tell the teacher that he had all the answers to the entire packet. The answer key had mistakenly been copied for each student. Zach demonstrated his honesty and trustworthiness, admirable and important traits. Zach Beach. Grade 10, Alexis Gerber is not able to be here tonight. She was nominated by Grace McCluskey. Alexis is a member of Interact as her passion is in service. She has volunteered many times with Leisure Town, installing free smoke detectors at their Christmas tree lighting and assisting when needed, and also serves as a junior firefighter with the Hampton Lakes Fire Company. Alexis is a self-assured young lady who is not deterred by others as she respectfully voices her ideas and class inferences. Alexis Gerber. Grade 11, Madeline Hubbs, nominated by Celeste Weldon. Madeline, known by most as Maddie, is an exemplary pupil. She is an active and eager member of the Anime Club, a hard-working, conscientious student, and she strives to serve others in our school community. Maddie is caring, kind, and demonstrates a friendly attitude toward all students. When her fellow classmates were asked to describe Maddie, they said, "She is reliable, dependable, organized, fun, and most of all, kind to everyone." Aristotle stated, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, therefore, is not an act, but a habit. Maddie demonstrates her excellence every day in her relationships with her peers and adults. Madeline Hubbs. Grade 12, Jennifer Walker, nominated by Laura Hoy. Jen Walker is known for her radiant smile, and that smile shows how she shines on the inside, too. Jen is someone to count on. She can lead when necessary and follow when necessary. She always chooses what is best for the group. Her contributions to Seneca and the community are endless: food drives, blood drives, community cleanups, holiday sharing programs, Give Kids a World, and Buddies Club. She has proven her leadership in DECA, NHS, NEHS, Seneca Student Council, NJASC Leadership Camp, lacrosse, and tennis. Jenna is also known for her character. When she found herself in a situation beyond her control, which tested her character, she responded with her trademark grace and dignity. She followed her truly kind heart. Jennifer Walker. For January, grade 9, Hannah Singer, nominated by Tracy Betts. Hannah is an instrumental participant in the class of 2020. Despite not being an elected officer, she attends every meeting, researches fundraising ideas, and offers help at every event. Whether it is coming into school early to sell dance tickets or staying after school late to decorate the hallway for the Gold Team, she is always first to volunteer. She may be small in stature, but I can tell already her impact is going to be big over the next 4 years. Hannah Singer. Grade 10, Madeline Graff, nominated by Nikki Wiesen. Madeline is involved in Renaissance and actively and enthusiastically participates in all the services Renaissance offers Seneca. She is a member of the bowling team, for which she won a Golden Eagle Award, and is also a member of the softball team. Madeline offers insight on topics in class, actively participates in discussions, and goes the extra mile by completing optional quiz and test corrections to improve her grade. On a quiz day, Madeline offered her calculator to another student whose calculator was dead and chose not to use her calculator for the quiz and allow him to use it instead. Madeline Graff. Grade 11, Megan Harvey, nominated by Grace McCluskey. Megan is extremely active in her school. She is a member of student government, the French Club, FBLA, and DECA. Through her efforts in the school club, she participates in several charitable events that benefit our community and has also coached soccer camp and accompanied mission trips to Camden for the week-long camp for the community. Megan is focused and well-disciplined with her studies. She gets immediately on a task and completes it. She also is an advocate for Hope Alive, an organization that provides necessities to Haiti. Megan Harvey. Grade 10, Kayla Straw, nominated by Sean Castle. In Kayla's time off from school, she works with her church to do outreaches, feeding the homeless from Camden to New York. She also organizes clothing drives and prepares packages for health care and volunteers her time to babysit for several neighbors. In the classroom, Kayla is always prepared. She never misses an assignment, always goes above and beyond, and is willing to help others in need. She is the epitome of what a student should be. Kayla Straw. For the month of February, grade 9, Michaela Delaney Moreno, nominated by Sue Durbin. Michaela participated in fall soccer and winter cheerleading and is an active member of the Community Service Club and the Buddies Club. She has excellent grades in competitive classes. Michaela came to the aid of a classmate who had a sudden major medical event. She remained calm, notified a teacher that help was needed, and assisted her classmate to the floor to keep her safe. Michaela maintained her composure as she described the event to medical personnel and remained at her friend's side, offering reassurance and support. She is truly a dedicated friend. Michaela Delaney Moreno. Grade 10, Kelly Shea, nominated by Bob Dooley. Kelly is a quiet kid who might go overlooked. Her quiet demeanor and shy smile make it easy to focus on others. But when you see what she is capable of, you will find out what you've been missing. Kelly always has a smile on her face, is a hard worker, and does very well in her classes. She is bright, happy, talented, and funny kid who is always kind and caring and willing to help others, despite the challenges that have been thrown into her life. Kelly volunteers in a special needs bowling league, participates in the marching band, and is a true Seneca Golden Eagle, having a positive impact on our school climate and culture. Kelly Shea. Grade 11, Ryan Lopez, nominated by Lisa Brzezinski and Deb Doolittle. Ryan plays baseball and works at Murphy's 5 to 6 evenings a week, putting in at least 20 hours per week. He is an active participant and does exemplary work in chemistry. Ryan is a true leader who demonstrates high levels of maturity and initiative. He is an excellent student who has impeccable manners and serves as a wonderful role model to his peers. He has a wonderful way of teaching others how to do the right thing through his example. Ryan Lopez. Grade 12, Gabrielle Maynard, nominated by Sean Hoggs. Cadet Gabrielle Maynard is a driving force behind the Seneca ROTC program. As a color guard commander, her actions ensure that the nation's colors are proudly displayed at Seneca and district events. She commanded the first LRHSD all-female color guard this year, and for her dedication to the ROC program was selected as Outstanding Cadet for first semester. Gabby tirelessly serves the community and has spearheaded many Seneca ROTC events, such as the Suits for Troops and Letters to Deployed Troops. In addition, Gabby has taken part in a missions trip to New Mexico, the Walk Against Hate, and led the Seneca ROTC Safe Trick or Treat. Gabby is counted upon by her peers for leadership, advice, and direction. Gabrielle Maynard. For the month of March, grade 9, James Park, nominated by Jennifer Den. James is a conscientious student who gives his best effort and is always willing to help out other students in need. He is always on top of his assignments, and all his work is neat and thorough. Although he is quiet, he will always ask questions to ensure he understands the material completely. James is kind and thoughtful and wonderful to have in class. James is an outstanding saxophone player in the concert band. It is clear that he regularly practices and always performs with a high level of competence. James Park. Grade 10, Nina Rossi, nominated by Christina Black. Nina is enthusiastic about Seneca and its many activities. She embraced One Book, One School to its fullest extent and headed it up twice for her grade. Nina was a huge reason that Seneca's Green and Gold Games were so successful in their inaugural year. As a sophomore captain, she motivated her classmates to participate in activities as an organizer, an advisor, and a role model. Her leadership and confidence make her one of the class of 2019 superstars. Nina is a model student. She strives to do her best in her academic work, is always willing to help out a classmate, and is rarely seen without a smile on her face. Nina embraces our school and embodies its spirit to the fullest. Nina Rossi. Grade 11, Addison Lee, nominated by Jennifer Wolfson and Jackie Ziegler. Addison participates in band and plays the drum for the drum line. Everyone loves the drum line. He is extremely talented and has created many lasting friendships. Addison has moved up in levels and risen to the challenge. He participates in class discussions, deeply thinks about questions posed, and shares thoughtful answers. He is knowledgeable, well-spoken, and respectful, and takes pride in turning in his best work. Addison stands out as a leader and all-around nice person. Addison Lee. Grade 12, Carly Samuel, nominated by Morgan Crothers. Carly is very involved in the Seneca community. She is a member of the tennis and lacrosse teams, as well as an active member of NHS and Student Council. This year, she helped at the Frost Festival, Back to School, Safe Trick or Treat, the Blood Drive, Buddies Dance, and was in charge of homecoming. Carly always seems to be at Seneca, whether she's volunteering in an event, participating in sports, or cheering on fellow classmates in sports. Outside of school, she volunteered at a youth soccer tournament, Seneca lacrosse clinics, as well as Give Kids the World. She is an excellent student and tries hard all the time. Carly Samuel. For the month of April, grade 9, Danielle McCluskey, nominated by Matt Abate. Danielle is in DECA Interact and an active member of Student Council, a football and basketball cheerleader, and a manager for the lacrosse team. She purchased Christmas presents for children in the Tabernacle community through the Giving Tree at Beneficial Bank, participated in raising funds for the Victorious Organization and New Eyes for the Needy, and spoke at a survivors event to Cooper Hospital to other children of traumatic injuries. Danielle's insightfulness and contributions are evident on a daily basis. She adds to the classroom conversation regularly and is always willing to help out a peer in need. Danielle has overcome a tragic event that caused physical trials through hard work and her inner drive, and now gives her all to every activity she is involved in. Danielle McCluskey. Grade 10, Robert Sunbury, nominated by Doug Barber. Robbie has many interests and hobbies. He is an active member of the marching band, orchestra, and robotics, anime, and Latin club. He is passionate about music and is a stellar student and one of the fastest learners in the music program. Some of his outside activities include being an active member of the Boy Scouts as well as a ham radio operator. Robbie manages to juggle his schedule so that every group he is in and every class that he takes feels that it is the most important to him. It is a rare gift. Robert Sunbury. Grade 11, Ryan McLaughlin, nominated by Ellen Wren. Ryan is an EMT. Ryan witnessed a local car accident, parked his vehicle, and ran up to take command of the situation. He assessed the victim's vitals and injury, treated her, and calmed her down. He was very professional for a junior in high school and was truly a great representative for Seneca High School. Everyone can be proud of the way he handled the situation. Ryan McLaughlin. Grade 12, David Buscemi is not here tonight, nominated by Marianne Devine. David is a student who matured greatly over his 4 years at Seneca. When he came back to school this September, he had begun daily workouts and changed to a healthy diet. He is a cook for Medford Lee's 6 days a week and then goes to the gym while managing to keep his grades up. In addition, he is a leader for his peer group. When 2 of his friends lost a parent during this school year, David supported both boys and created a schedule for other friends to be sure there was always someone available to give rides or hang out. Even with his busy schedule, he took the time to make sure that his friends are safe and have the emotional support they need in their times of crisis. David Buscemi. Would now like to introduce Lenape High School's principal, Mr. Tony Catani, and Student of the Month coordinator, Mr. Gene Jones.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Lenape High School and Lenape High School Principal Tony Catani, I'd like to present to you Lenape Students of the Month for the 2016-17 school year. For grade 9, Joshua Ramirez. Joshua was nominated by Mr. Nick Orfanos. Josh is a delight in class and his very engaging personality with a very respectful attitude. Josh has demonstrated both leadership and empathy, and he's gone out of his way to encourage others in class and to provide them with the praise for a job well done. Josh Ramirez. Grade 10, Alyssa Lobianco. Alyssa was nominated by Ms. Nicole Buck. Alyssa is very sweet, polite, and a hardworking student. Alyssa is very well organized and uses her time wisely and has been impressive with improving her study skills and with her career here at Lenape High School. Alyssa is a pleasure to have in class each and every day. Alyssa Lobianco. Grade 11, Alec Chokoltowski. Alec was nominated by Mr. Brian Laddie, and Alec was truly outstanding when he served as a group leader for this year's freshman orientation program, our Camp Lenape. He connected with many students in the freshman class and made it his mission to make sure that all the students were involved. Alec worked tirelessly throughout the entire program to ensure that every freshman student was welcomed to the school and made to feel a part of the Lenape family. Alec Chokoltowski. For grade 12, Jonas Weislogel. Jonas was nominated by Ms. Jill McCarthy. Jonas is a hardworking, polite, considerate young man who has overcome many obstacles to be successful in and out of the classroom. Jonas has excelled academically throughout his career at Lenape, earning honor roll status each year. Jonas has taken advantage of enrichment opportunities to pursue his goals and interests, as demonstrated by his attendance at the National Congress for Future Scientists and Technologists last summer. Jonas has made great strides socially as well, as he is very kind demeanor and is accepting of others. Jonas Weislogel. For the month of November, grade 9, Margaret Boyer. Maggie was nominated by Miss Maureen Hilbold. Maggie is a very nice student who is finding a path for herself in her freshman year here at Lenape. She is one that is considerate, kind, and generous to others. Maggie is also very conscientious, and this quality was on display earlier in the year when she found another student's backpack during lunch and learn and took the time to return it to the main office, even though this gesture would make her late to her next class. The following day, Maggie also found $4 and returned this as well. Furthermore, Maggie is developing into the fine student that she's going to become, and is most worthy of being named Lenape's Student of the Month. Maggie Boyer. Grade 10, Jill Villanova. Jill was nominated by Miss Nicole Buck and Miss Kristen Geit. Jill is a standout sophomore here at Lenape. She is very active and motivated in Students Against Destructive Decisions. She is an officer who volunteers many of her hours both during and after school to promote the mission of SAD. She maintains a rigorous course load and still finds time to be invested and devoted to great causes. Jill is one of the sophomore SAD officers and has truly risen to the challenges and responsibilities. She volunteers her time for almost every committee and has represented SAD in school events such as Back to School Night to promote this organization. Jill's dedication is very impressive and greatly appreciated, and she is very deserving of this fine recognition. Jill Villanova. Grade 11, Megan Vizard. Megan was nominated by Mr. Jack Walsh. Megan is involved at the annual Cozies for Chemo Run here in Mount Laurel earlier in the year, and she has been a driving force behind this event since she was in middle school. This year's event was a great success with almost 400 people participating. Megan has also overcome challenges during her athletic career, and to the point where she contemplated discontinuing her athletic career. However, she has overcome these challenges to the point where she has been involved as the #1 runner on the Lenape cross-country team. She has come back a long way thanks to her hard work and dedication. Megan Vizard. Grade 12, Ronald Sesase. Ron was nominated by Dr. Jackie Chambers. Ronnie is an amazing person that has been a success story since entering Lenape in the 9th grade. He is conscientious, respectful, courteous, and an overall nice young man. Ronnie has many positive attributes to speak of, but determination would rank as perhaps his #1 quality. He has grown into an incredible, self-aware student. Ronnie is a dedicated student that has not missed a day of school since the 9th grade. Is that true, Ronnie? It's amazing. He is also actively involved here at Lenape by participating in the marching band, pep band, and spring track. Ronnie maintains excellent grades and is a truly role model student. We are very fortunate to have Ronnie here in our Lenape family and very proud of him as Lenape's Student of the Month. Thanks, Ronnie. Ronald Sesase. For the month of December, grade 9, we have Garrett McCrae. Garrett was nominated by Miss Michelle Kane. Gary is a very inquisitive student who wants to know and understand everything. He asks a variety of questions in class, questions about assignments or things he has heard about or read about which directly relates to the class. He asks questions about Lenape so that he become a more involved student in our school. Furthermore, he's a very kind and hardworking student. These qualities will make him very successful at Lenape both in and out of the classroom. Garrett McCrae. Grade 10, Angela Risica. Since the beginning of the year, Angela has entered the classroom each day with a good attitude, smiling and ready to work. She is such a hard worker, and what makes her stand out is her enthusiasm. On top of being a wonderful student, Angela also enjoys baking, and she is always ready to share with her friends and classmates. Furthermore, as a teacher, she is a pleasure to have in class, and it's almost impossible to have a bad day after teaching or speaking with Angela. Angela Risica. Grade 11, Uthman Manny Bruce. Manny was nominated by Mr. Chris Eastlick and Mr. Sean McEnany. Manny has shown outstanding maturity and leadership abilities and traits. Students from Lenape's self-contained program have joined the foods and nutrition classes to plan, prepare, and organize meals together. The students would then share these meals with one another. Manny not only took the lead within his individual group, but also went out of his way to make sure that all the students with special needs were included and involved throughout. Manny's outgoing personality and sense of humor make everyone feel comfortable and confident working together. Uthman Manny Bruce. For grade 12, we have Morgan McCrae. Morgan was nominated by Mr. Chris Eastlick and Mr. Sean McEnany. Morgan is unable to be with us this evening, but Morgan is living proof that some students take on more responsibilities than others when working within a group. When Morgan was recently assigned to a group for a combined foods project, Morgan was partnered with reluctant students in the self-contained program. As a testament to her involvement with social rec, Morgan was the only person that this particular student was willing to work with. Morgan handled this with extreme care and patience. Although her partner was non-communicative and very nervous in the kitchen, Morgan made sure that he was comfortable with his responsibilities for the group. Morgan's attitude and friendliness ensured that the cooking projects were a success for all of our students. Morgan McCrae. For the month of January, grade 9, Eva Fleischman. Eva was nominated by Ms. Michelle Kane. Eva has overcome numerous challenges, including academic struggles in previous years, in order to achieve success this year. She is a conscientious student who has been at the top of her form as a student this year, and these characteristics are displayed throughout all of her classes. Eva is a student that has made significant changes to improve as a student and is deserving of this recognition as Lenape Student of the Month. Eva Fleischman. Grade 10, Lane Klimek. Lane was nominated by Miss Sarah Allen. Lane represents the values upon which Lenape prides itself. She exhibits a passion for learning and challenges herself each and every day. In the classroom, Lane is a diligent student, and she is an amazing individual both in and out of the classroom. As a member of Renaissance, Lane served as Master of Ceremony during Lenape's senior printing ceremony. During the program, Lane showed maturity beyond her years, and she was well prepared, enthusiastic, and exuded confidence throughout this evening. She has a vibrant personality and is a hard worker that is respectful to everyone she encounters. Lane displays kindness to all, and her personality and care for those around her truly reflects her core values. Lane is truly an upstander, and it is truly a pleasure to have Lane as a student at Lenape High School. Lane Klimek. Grade 11, Garrett Williams. Garrett was nominated by Mr. Peyton Ebbison and Miss Erica Rackow. Garrett is a student of incredible dedication and integrity. He is a high-level student with a strong interest in TV broadcasting. With his class schedule, Garrett has not had the opportunity to fit the TV broadcasting class into his schedule. Despite not having taken the class, however, Garrett has found the time to be a leader and an active member in the Lenape TV. As Lenape TV's graphics producer, Garrett's work ethic and determination in creating innovative graphics has been inspiring. Garrett spends nearly every day during lunch and learn and after school working on motion video graphics for Lenape Live. The end result has been impressive, visual graphics that enhance the show. Furthermore, Garrett's kindness and easygoing nature has caused many students to join the graphics team. Garrett has been an integral part, an irreplaceable member of Lenape TV. Garrett Williams. Grade 12, Megha Bharadwaj. Megha was nominated by Miss Jamie Farver. Megha is an exceptional, inspiring student. Megha is a standout student in her classes and involved in a variety of extracurricular activities. As part of the debate team, Megha has served as co-captain for her junior and senior year. In this capacity, she has been an inspiration to others as she demonstrates her intellect, drive, and dedication. Megha parlayed this experience to play a prominent role in Lenape's student-led panel debate for election 2016, where Megha took the lead on many issues and spoke with confidence and conviction on the candidates' positions and policies. Megha has also been instrumental in the success of the Women of the World Club here at Lenape High School, where she promotes the values of equality, activism, and civic engagement among young adults. Furthermore, Megha is one of the most well-rounded students at Lenape and is one who gives 100% at everything she takes on, making her an exceptional representative as Lenape's Student of the Month. Megha Bharadwaj. For the month of February, grade 9, Olivia Galbraith. Olivia has made a tremendous impact on Lenape since coming to Lenape this year. She has such a positive attitude, and she is very kind, respectful, and polite to everyone around her. She puts forth her best effort in her classes and is very conscientious of her grades and doing the very best in all of her classes at Lenape. Olivia is always willing to assist others who need assistance. Furthermore, her cheerful, generous personality is contagious, and she is a pleasure to her teachers to have in class. Olivia Galbraith. Grade 10, Joseph Gebbia. Joe is nominated by Ms. Nicole Buck. Joe is the type of student where teachers feel very fortunate to have him in class. He's in his second year here at Lenape, and he's made tremendous strides in his academic progress, organization, and attention in class. He always puts forth his best effort and is truly interested in understanding concepts. He's very kind, polite, caring, and hardworking. Furthermore, Joe is a student who brightens your day on a daily basis and is very deserving of this honor as Student of the Month. By the way, Joe, you're very fast, too. I got to say that. Joe Gebbia. Grade 11, Jake Topolsky. Jake was nominated by Mr. Joe DeJulius. Jake's had a busy afternoon today leading the Lenape High School baseball team to an extra innings victory against the rival Eastern High School today, so congratulations on that, Jake. Jake is a person of integrity and honor who puts his best foot forward every day. Jake challenges himself in class with a rigorous course load and in the athletic arena as a three-season athlete. Jake demonstrates character and maturity and embodies the values of teamwork and cooperation. Jake is respected as a leader by his teammates, teachers, and classmates, and is someone to admire and emulate. Jake Topolsky. Grade 12, Rachel Fox. Rachel was nominated by Mr. Peyton Ebbison and Miss Erica Rackow. Rachel is one of Lenape TV's executive producers this year and has proven herself to be an outstanding leader during her high school career. Rachel has been an integral part of the Lenape Live program. She not only dedicates countless hours of her time to prepare for Lenape Live, but she also helps recruit others by encouraging students to participate and become members. In addition, Rachel has taken on numerous other school and community projects to enhance the Lenape and Mount Laurel community, making her an excellent representative as Lenape's Student of the Month. Rachel Fox. Thanks, Rachel. For the month of March, grade 9, Ethan Stillman. Ethan was nominated by Miss Kate DeSantis. Ethan is a student of tremendous character. He has demonstrated remarkable maturity and honesty during his freshman year. This was exhibited most recently in his biology class, where he recently received a graded test, and he and his partner compared an open response answer. The test item was marked incorrect on Ethan's partner's paper and correct on Ethan's. The student asked their teacher about this and identified that this item would have been marked incorrect on Ethan's paper as well. Due to this error, the teacher decided not to go back and change Ethan's grade. Ethan, however, felt it would be dishonest and that he would be given the points in error. So he returned the test to the teacher, where the points were deducted on the test. So while Ethan lost points on the test, what he ultimately gained was the teacher's utmost respect in his demonstration of tremendous character and in making such a mature decision. Thank you, Ethan. Ethan Stillman. Grade 10, Malika Mahmood. Malika was nominated by Miss Jamie Farver. Malika's responsible nature, dedication, and commitment are to be admired. Malika joined the debate team this year and has been one of the most responsive members of the team. She immediately embraced the challenges and hard work that is required of debate. She always demonstrates a positive attitude and seems to genuinely appreciate the feedback. Malika exhibits a level of maturity in handling a variety of issues within the debate team, and has dedication and leadership to serve and to help guide her fellow teammates. Malika Mahmood. Grade 11, Sabrina Crotchwell. Sabrina was nominated by Miss Debbie Hodgelik. Sabrina has repeatedly demonstrated traits that are remarkable and admirable for a person of her age. Sabrina is one to take ownership of her schoolwork. She questions when she does not understand and follows up to get any missed assignments, notes, and other things when she is not in class. She will stay on task as long as she needs to be successful. Sabrina's most admirable quality is her willingness to be accountable for both positives as well as the negatives. It is incredibly refreshing and uplifting to see and hear her take responsibility for her actions, and it is these types of commendable qualities that make Sabrina a wonderful representative as Lenape Student of the Month. Sabrina Crotchwell. For grade 12, Emery Alexander. Emery was nominated by Miss Kelly Clark. And Emery is the embodiment of what it means to be a Lenape student. She works hard on her schoolwork, but she also makes time to be involved in extracurricular activities as well. Emery sees Lenape, especially the marching band, as her home and family and a launching point for great things yet to come. She has taken every opportunity to grow and stretch her abilities. The best thing about Emery is that she is not afraid to show how truly appreciative she is by thanking her teachers for pushing her when she has doubted herself or her abilities, and expressing gratitude for the ways that Lenape and the Lenape family has contributed and impacted her life as a student. Emery will absolutely take her Lenape pride with her wherever she goes. Emery Alexander. For the month of April, grade 9, Madeline Davenport. Maddie was nominated by Miss Allison Chevalier. Maddie is a dream student. Maddie has many wonderful and admirable qualities. She is very hardworking, always on time, on task, and meets project challenges head on. Maddie is a responsible and focused young lady who is not only strong and diligent student, but is also an active Lenape athlete who participates in cheerleading and spring track and field. It is an honor to have such a wonderful person and genuinely kind individual in our school. Madeline Davenport. For grade 10, Danielle Castile. Danielle was nominated by Lieutenant Colonel Ron Tuzak. Danielle has done an amazing, selfless job as a student and active cadet within Lenape's JROTC program and beyond. She volunteered and took initiative to sing the national anthem at Lenape's drill competition in March, and Danielle has impressed all with her emotional rendition so much that she has been requested to perform at other Lenape Regional High School District events, including the District Armed Service Recognition Program. Danielle Castile. For grade 11, Rebecca Michnowski. Becky is a tremendous member of her engineering design class. She stands out for so many reasons. Becky is a great example for her classmates through her hard work, positive attitude, organization, and detailed work. She is always prepared for class and eager to get to work. Becky joined robotics this year, and her work on the mechanical team is inspiring to so many other members of the team. Because of her level of dedication, the robot has been completed earlier than ever before. Becky will continue to make her mark on Lenape High School, and her future is very, very bright. Rebecca Michnowski. Grade 12, Megan Quimby. And Megan was nominated by Miss Pam Brucerello. Megan is an all-around star athlete and a great student. She is a shining star as a volunteer as well. Megan has been a student chairperson for Lenape's Relay for Life team since her freshman year. As such, she organizes meetings, fundraisers, and donations for overnight events and raises money and awareness for American Cancer Society. Megan is very ambitious and self-motivated in all of her endeavors and is such a well-rounded, conscientious student who is more than deserving for this recognition as Lenape Student of the Month. Megan Quimby. And now I'd like to introduce Shawnee Principal, Mr. Matt Campbell, and Ms. Ryan DiNatale.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. On behalf of Shawnee High School and Mr. Matthew Campbell, I would like to introduce our Students of the Month. Our first student of the month from October, grade 9, is Olivia Cuff. Olivia was nominated by Ms. Derpoblosian. Olivia is a great student and truly seems eager and inspired to learn new things. Olivia is interested in joining DECA and has made a conscientious effort to abide by the guidelines and deadlines. Miss Olivia Cuff. Grade 10, we have Ammon Richards. Ammon was nominated by Mrs. Takamoto. Ammon is a member of the Technology Students Association and the robotics team at Shawnee High School, as well as a volunteer with Boy Scouts and Helping Hands. Ammon is relatively new to the area, moving from California to New Jersey in June, but Ammon has faced this and many life changes with maturity and strength. Ammon Richards. Grade 11, we have Joe Bell. Unfortunately, Joe could not be with us this evening. Joe was nominated by Ms. Derpoblosian. Joey joined DECA for the 3rd year in a row, and he has been nominated by his peers to be in DECA to be invited to the chapter office leadership training session. Joey truly seems to care about his overall character. He is a kind and friendly young adult who is creating a positive path for his future. Joe Bell. Grade 12, Lauren Smith. Unfortunately, Lauren could not join us this evening either. She was also nominated by Ms. Derpoblosian. Lauren is an extremely caring student who truly seems to enjoy life. And even when things are thrown her way, she seems to handle them with extreme confidence and ease. Lauren is dedicated to helping others, confident to try new things and voice her opinion, and is passionate about business. Lauren Smith. And now for our November Students of the Month. Grade 9, Liz Morgan. Liz was nominated by Ms. Howarth and Ms. Palumbo. Despite the disappointment of a severe ankle sprain that prevented her from running at any of the season's races, Liz comes to every practice to support her teammates, and at the meets is our go-to girl for timing and counting places. Liz has a great sense of humor, always keeps us laughing, and has a great perspective. She is an awesome addition to our team at Shawnee, and we look forward to her running with us next season. Liz Morgan. For grade 10, we have Sydney Runner. Sydney could not be with us this evening, unfortunately. She was nominated by Mr. Martin Rotundo. Cindy is a part of the front ensemble of the marching band. Being in the front ensemble means a lot of loading and moving equipment. She always goes above and beyond just loading the equipment. She's always one of the last ones to leave the field, making sure everything is cleaned up. She is dependable, respectable, and a great role model for her peers. Miss Sydney Runner. Grade 11, we have John Mueller. John was nominated by Shawnee administration. John should be commended on his efforts to defuse a situation in school that could have easily escalated. John immediately noticed something was wrong, put down his book bag and his lunch to help out. John exemplifies what it means to be an upstander. John Mueller. Grade 12, we have Will McNaughton. Will was nominated by Mr. Martin Rotundo. Will served this year as the band manager, giving up all of his free time during marching band to make sure the trailer was loaded, all equipment was accounted for, and everything was done in a timely manner. In fact, Will had already been doing all of the above before he was even chosen as the band manager. This is a thankless job which receives little recognition, but Will deserves to be recognized because of the outstanding work he did this year. Will McNaughton. And now for our December Students of the Month. Grade 9, we have Hannah Pulliam. Hannah was nominated by Mrs. Escudero. Hannah has immersed herself into the Shawnee culture in just the short 3 months she has been here. She participates in the band, and almost every morning she hosts the Shawnee Morning Show and is currently trying out for the play. In the classroom, she excels as a leader, always participates, and assists her classmates. She is very mature beyond her years and very enthusiastic about being a renegade. Hannah Pulliam. Grade 10, we have Lindsay Monaco. Lindsay was nominated by Mrs. Takamoto. Lindsay is a member of the swim team, Spanish club, and Make-A-Wish club. She is always cooperative and pleasant and does her best to be successful. Lindsay volunteers frequently between the Camden Food Bank and at the swim club with younger children. Overall, Lindsay is a polite, respectful young woman and a pleasure to know and teach. Lindsay Monaco. Grade 11, we have Fabiana Ferriolo Hernandez. Fabiana was nominated by Mr. Martin Rotundo. During the 2 years I've had Fabiana in my web design class, I've seen her do work, help others if they are stuck, and she is a great all-around student. She is also involved in marching band, TV tech, shakapella, and gymnastics. Recently, she found $20 in the girls' bathroom and tried to give it to me. I asked her why she was giving it to me, and she said, because it's not mine, and maybe you can take it to the rightful owner. I informed her that she should take it to the office, and if no one comes looking for it within 24 hours, I thought the rule would be to give it to her. She replied, why? It's not mine. In the end, no one claimed it, and Fabiana did get the $20, but she tried everything she could to return it. Fabiana Ferriolo Hernandez. Good job. And grade 12, we have Nicole Ware. Nicole was nominated by Mrs. Ware. Nicole has participated and organized numerous events for our FCCLA chapters and for our school. Nicole has been president of FCCLA for 2 years now. Through her leadership and guidance, our FCCLA chapters have flourished. Nicole is on the principal councils of leaders. Nicole has volunteered to distribute food to the needy in Pennsville and helped the elderly in a nursing home. She also helps at the South Jersey Food Bank, Share Our Strength, Ronald McDonald, and they have benefited as well from her kindness and generosity. Overall, Nicole has consistently demonstrated her outstanding character traits and outstanding leadership skills. Ms. Nicole Ware. And now for our January Students of the Month, grade 9, we have Kierian Johnson. Kierian was nominated by Miss Amy. KJ is a leader in his foods class group. He keeps his team members on task and assists in reteaching the skills needed to complete the lab. He anticipates the needs of the group and gives positive feedback to his team when they are cleaned up and ahead of the other groups. Overall, KJ is respectful, polite, bright, friendly, focused, and supportive. Kierian Johnson. For grade 10, we have Alize Alvarado, who could not be with us this evening. He was nominated by Miss Amy. Alize took it upon himself to befriend a student in class that was lonely, pay attention to him, and include him in the fun of creating the lab assignments. It warms my heart to know that Alize looks outside of himself to see the needs of another student. It shows he has good character. Alize Alvarado. For grade 11, we have Samantha Davies. Samantha was nominated by Mrs. Spiegel. Samantha showed an act of kindness which truly showed what kind of person Samantha is and the character she displays. She is a very kind, genuine, and empathetic young woman, role model for other students, and a true asset to Shawnee High School. Samantha Davies. For grade 12, we have Avery Epstein. Avery was nominated by Mrs. Spirit. Avery deserves to be recognized for getting a group of 8 seniors together to help 2 staff members clean up the Hills family yard. He deserves to be recognized for his selflessness, his willingness to help, and his natural acts of kindness. Mr. Avery Epstein. And now for February. Grade 9, we have Sean Owens. Unfortunately, Sean could not be with us this evening. Sean is a leader and an outstanding individual who creates his own success by placing mindful attention on the task at hand. It is an inspiration to see such an exemplary student with such great character and skills. Sean Owens. Grade 10, Sarah Hewitt. Sarah was nominated by Mrs. Takamoto. Sarah is very active in our school as she participates in the Kid for Wish Club, the Spanish Club, and the Yellow Ribbon Club, along with volunteering at a daycare center. She also makes fabric wallets for children who are ill and in Virtua Hospital. As a student, Sarah is responsible, friendly, attentive, and works well with other students, and she should be recognized for her contributions to our school and community. Sarah Hewitt. Grade 11, Colin DeVico. Colin was nominated by Mrs. Moltz and Ms. Gerber. Colin is one of the presidents of FCCLA and an active competitor in FCCLA conferences, winning several awards. He competed in the Fall FCCLA Leadership Conference as well as the Spring Leadership Conference in a Star Foods event. This event earned him a spot to compete at the National Leadership Conference in San Diego, California. Leadership is a natural thing for this outgoing and talented young man, Colin DeVico. Grade 12, we have Joe Raimondo. Joe was nominated by Ms. Amy. Joe is constantly looking outside of himself to the people around him to see if he can be of service to anyone. He always has an encouraging word for other people. Joe has an open heart, and he is one of those people that makes you feel good when you are around him. Joe Raimondo. And now for our March Students of the Month. Grade 9, we have Isabella Turner. Isabella was nominated by Ms. Palumbo and Ms. Howarth. As a freshman on the track team, Bella immediately exemplified leadership and maturity. She has a strong work ethic, positive attitude, and is always seen encouraging her teammates. Isabella Turner. Grade 10, we have Megan Moore, who unfortunately was not able to join us this evening. She was nominated by Ms. Howarth. Megan is every teacher's dream. She is constantly engaged in class and asks insightful questions. She is especially gifted at encouraging students who are very quiet and shy and intimidated to ask for help. Megan Moore. Grade 11, Katie Haggerty, nominated by Mrs. Fricklick. Katie Haggerty is a very nice and respectable young lady. She not only excels in the classroom and multiple extracurricular activities, including NHS, varsity winner, and spring track team, but outside of school as well. She is a volunteer junior firefighter EMT. In April, she earned the Junior Member of the Year Award for Medford Emergency Medical Services for outstanding service and dedication. Katie Haggerty. Grade 12, Gianna Glatz. Gianna was nominated by Ms. Kelly. Gianna has committed herself to Make-A-Wish of New Jersey, as she is the vice president. She works tirelessly to support fundraising events and to recruit new members. Gianna has also volunteered at Give the Kids the World Village for 2 consecutive years and returned there with her mom over President's Day weekend. Gianna Glatz. And now for our final month, April, we have grade 9, Erica Adamson. Erica was nominated by Mrs. Hahn. I have had the pleasure to get to know Erica Adamson this year, both inside the classroom and out on the field hockey field. Erica is also a proud member of the Renegade Report and a very accomplished artist. She is a quiet, hard worker. Even when she has self-doubts, she doesn't give up, but she keeps trying and perseveres. Erica Adamson. Grade 10, Ashley Vernon. Ashley was nominated by Ms. Howarth. Ashley is on the lacrosse and soccer teams at Shawnee and is also involved in DECA. She does volunteer work outside of Shawnee. Ashley shows enthusiasm, persistence, and willingness to challenge herself inside and outside of the classroom. She is kind and accepting towards others. Ashley Vernon. Grade 11, David Bonanimo. David was nominated by Mr. Pistone. David handled the audio for both presentations of the Opiate Assembly, selflessly giving up his time at the academic fair. He also puts in a tremendous amount of time helping the stage technical program and Shawnee TV in every event we produce. Dave deserves to be recognized for the time that he puts in. David Bonanimo. And our grade 12 is Allie Schwartz. Allie could not be here this evening. Allie was nominated by Ms. Howarth, Ms. Pulliam, and Ms. Bacon. Allie is our head yearbook editor this year and is exceptionally dedicated to getting the pages done on time. She spends countless hours after school making sure everything is accurate and print ready. Allie is also involved in Color Guard and Lit Mag and volunteered her time to help with constructing the sets for the musical at Nita School this year. In class, Allie is always engaged and on point. Allie Schwartz. Thank you and congratulations to all of our district students of the month. At this time, I would like to introduce Cherokee High School principals, Donna Charlesworth, Len Iannelli, and our Student of the Month coordinator, Miss Shannon Bretz.
Good evening. On behalf of Cherokee High School, Mrs. Charlesworth, and Mr. Iannelli, it is my pleasure to introduce Cherokee's Students of the Month. Beginning with October, 9th grade, Paige Esposito. Paige was nominated by Mrs. Ormsby. At the beginning of the field hockey season, the freshman field hockey team found themselves without a goalie. When the team was told they would have to rotate the position, Paige volunteered to play goalie for the season. It is not an easy position to walk into, but Paige remained 100% positive despite some difficulties. She is the true definition of what it means to be a chief. Paige Esposito. Ryan Bassett, 10th grade. Ryan was nominated by Mr. Fortunato. Throughout last year, Ryan improved his performance in the classroom and the school community. He was consistently respectful and hardworking, both in the classroom and on Cherokee's football and baseball fields. This year, while maintaining his commitment to Cherokee athletics, Ryan's hard work has paid off academically when he made the decision to move up a level in 2 difficult classes. His work ethic and personal discipline will ensure continued success. Ryan Bassett. Our 11th grader, Ashwin Mahadevan, is not here tonight. Over the summer, Ashwin dedicated his time to helping Mrs. Mayer with cleaning and counting books. He also gave his time to help another teacher with her classroom setup, as she was recovering from a health issue. Additionally, he conducted 5 weeks of Renaissance summer tours for incoming students and assisted at freshman orientation. Ashwin is the true personification of the Cherokee core values of service and was nominated by Mrs. Mayer and Mrs. Gallimbardo. Ashwin Mahadevan. For 12th grade, Sarah Riley. Sarah was nominated by Mr. Lin. When you are faced with the decision to be a bystander or an upstander, what would you choose? If you're Sarah Riley, you choose the latter. Sarah personified an upstander when she brought to Mr. Lin's attention and the Cherokee administration's attention an issue regarding another student. Her quick thinking and responsible behavior resulted in this fellow student getting the attention and help required. Sarah Riley. Our November Students of the Month, beginning with Abigail Diopold, 9th grade. Abby was nominated by Mrs. Ormsby. Abby was told by her coach that another freshman was having some difficulties adjusting to high school. Abby went out of her way at practice to make sure her teammate was included, and by asking her teammate if she wanted to hang out with her friends during lunch and learn. This student's mother sent an email message praising Abby for helping her daughter feel more at home at Cherokee High School. Abby Diopold. Our 10th grade student of the month, Stephanie Contino. Stephanie was nominated by Mrs. Wood. Stephanie has gone above and beyond in Fashion One to help other students. She is an excellent student and has taken it upon herself to help the other students with troubleshooting, including machine threading. Fashions One is a full class and is beyond helpful when she assists the other students. She is creative and even developed a small project that the class was immediately excited to try. Stephanie Contino. Our 11th grade student of the month could not be here tonight. It is Yasmin Shepis, who was nominated by Mrs. Hazlitt. Yasmin has been instrumental in getting the junior varsity and freshman football cheerleading squads ready for games. She has done a great job teaching the younger ladies the required cheers and dances. She has even texted the freshmen on both teams videos of herself dancing and cheering so the younger girls can practice and not be afraid to ask for clarification. We are going to look great at our games because of our leaders like Yasmin. Yasmin Shepis. Our 12th grade student of the month is not here tonight. It's Adam Alt. Adam was nominated by Mrs. Snodgrass. Over the past 4 years, the task of organizing, filing, and categorizing thousands of pieces of choral music from over 700 boxes has been made a priority. Each song needs to be typed up by arrangement, title, and composer, and then put into a database. Knowing this would be difficult to do with a full teaching schedule, AJ volunteered to help during his study hall and free time. In total, AJ accurately compiled data from 736 boxes of music, a task that could never have been completed without him. AJ Alt. Our December students of the month start with Tyler Kalkladzinski, 9th grade. Tyler was nominated by Mrs. Katzman. Tyler is a leader in our TV1 class, never afraid to raise hand and answer questions. Her behavior makes other students feel more comfortable sharing in our classroom. Tyler is often helping other students when she sees them struggling with an assignment or a project's instructions. She actually teaches the students how to do something rather than just doing it for them, which allows these students to actually learn the skill. Tyler Kalkutsky. Our 10th grade student of the month, Morgan Hembrick. Morgan was nominated by Mrs. Henry. Morgan is a powerful and optimistic young woman who does not let anything stand in her way. Not only is she a fabulous student, but she's also a great golfer. Last year, she worked tirelessly to institute a girls' golf team, which included presenting her case to the school board. In November, thanks to Morgan's efforts, the creation of a girls' golf team was approved. Most students have dreams, but Morgan went above and beyond to make hers a reality. Morgan Hembrick. Our 11th grade student of the month could not be here tonight, Joseph McNulty, nominated by Mr. Lamplow. In addition to outstanding grades, involvement in many Cherokee clubs and sports, and induction into NHS, Joe extensively volunteers in our community. He is a volunteer lacrosse instructor, plays sports with special needs athletes at the Marlton Sports Unity program, and volunteers weekly with homework assistance at the Excel Learning Center. Somehow, he's even found time to turn a part-time job at a local takeout restaurant into his own business on Saturday nights. Joe is the epitome of Cherokee character and lives by the values of accountability, integrity, and respect. Joseph McNulty. Our Senior Student of the Month could also not be with us tonight, Nicholas Abraldis, nominated by Mrs. Chachko. Nick has been a member of the Cherokee Connection since his junior year, going above and beyond to make new students feel welcome. He attends all the events and helps whenever needed. He was the first to submit a design for our club t-shirt, and over break created a flyer for our coat drive. Nick is a kind, respectful chief that deserves to be recognized for always doing the right thing, even when no one is watching. Nick Abraldis. Our January nominations start with Jared Michael Shaw, 9th grade. Michael was nominated by Mrs. Balsama. Michael is a caring and open-minded individual demonstrated by his kind treatment of a student with disabilities. Michael has been approached by the student who likes to discuss different topics, not that of a typical teenager. When the student approaches him, Michael goes out of his way to converse with him without caring who's around or watching. No matter the topic, Michael gives the student the eye contact, attention, and the engagement he needs to feel included. Michael Shaw. Our 10th grade Student of the Month could not be here tonight, Joseph Richardson, nominated by Ms. Moretti. Joey has made a 180-degree change as demonstrated by his growth, maturity, and kindness since the beginning of his Cherokee career. He is helpful in the classroom and school store while taking on a nurturing role towards his peers who need more assistance. Joey is not only considerate of his peers, he shows great appreciation and respect for his teachers. Joey models the ideas of accountability, integrity, and respect. Joseph Richardson. Our 11th grade Student of the Month, Dante Casella. Dante was nominated by Ms. Miller. Dante is the type of student whose presence truly brightens your day. Dante balances his academic responsibilities with involvement in 14 clubs, which includes many leadership roles, such as the class of 2018's president. As a member of the Peer Mentors, Dante often interacts with students in the MD program who he has befriended. At the conclusion of a recent event, Dante coordinated a dance with other peer leaders to perform for the MD students, and it made their day, as Dante does for many people each and every day. Dante Casella. Our 12th grade Student of the Month, Danielle Angrady. Danielle was nominated by Mr. Lamplow. Every Thursday night, Danielle voluntarily attends Evesham Township's EMT training so she can continue to represent and protect Evesham citizens at public events. In addition, she routinely volunteers at Wiley Retirement Home, serving meals and interacting with the residents. Each Thanksgiving, Danielle works with Carrabba's Restaurant, helping to prepare and serve Thanksgiving dinner for the less fortunate. Danielle also recently volunteered at Oak Mortgage Company, who needed help with a complimentary Santa event. Danielle not only believes in giving back, she lives it. Danielle Angrady. Our February nominations start with our 9th grader, Viziano Estemi. Viziano was nominated by Mrs. Reed. Viziano is a wonderful physical education student who actively participates with enthusiasm and a positive attitude. Whenever a student needs help with something or a partner, Viziano is the first to volunteer. He is the last one in from outside or back to the locker room because he holds the door for all of his classmates and teacher. When we have class after lunch and learn, he helps clean up the trash left behind, allowing us to begin class on time. Viziano Estemi. Our 10th grade Student of the Month, Kara Rosner. Kara was nominated by Mr. Casimo. Kara is a very polite, courteous, and respectful student. She is conscientious, hardworking, willing to accept any challenge and help out in any way needed. One day, while outside taking pictures and photography, she began to pick up trash and recycling bottles. This action exemplifies her reaction to a variety of situations. No one needs to tell Kara what to do. She just does what needs to be done. She embodies the principles of accountability, integrity, and respect. Kara Rosner. Our 11th grade Student of the Month, Jack Walters. Jack was nominated by Mrs. Rabinowitz. In AP Chemistry, Jack works hard to understand the material and help to explain concepts that he has mastered to other students in the class. Even if Jack is incorrect when answering a question, he eagerly learns how to correct his mistake with a positive attitude. Jack is also a member of the varsity football team and the Renaissance Club. He is a positive influence for his fellow students and is a great representation of our Cherokee student population. Jack Walters. For 12th grade, Dylan Rhodes. Dylan was nominated by Mrs. Ingersoll. A student was taking $15 to the South Building, but while making her way, she dropped the money and lost it. Dylan found this money and without hesitation brought the money to the office. He could have kept the money, but he chose to do the right thing. Dylan's demonstrated a lot of integrity in this one small gesture. Dylan Rhodes. Our March Students of the Month start with Cameron Doherty, 9th grade. Cameron was nominated by Mr. Farrell. Cameron is a positive role model for every student in PE. During the square dancing unit, he has taken responsibility for the outcome of his group. He makes sure that each student in his group is participating and gives additional help to students who struggle performing the dance moves. Cameron treats each with respect, and his attitude and dance moves are motivating and contagious. Cameron Dockery. Our sophomore student of the month could not be with us, but our 10th grader is Sadiq Jordan Gleason, nominated by Mr. Gallo. Positive, polite, and with a smile. Sadiq is always happy to be at Cherokee. In addition to that, Sadiq demonstrated a random act of kindness in my class. At the end of the day, when the students were finishing up their foldables, the bell sounded and the students raced off to their buses. After everyone was gone, there stood Sadiq, organizing all the markers properly in their container. Even after I told him I would finish up, he insisted on doing the entire box. This may seem like a small gesture, but it meant so much. Sadiq Jordan Gleason. Our 11th grade student of the month could also not be with us tonight. Gabrielle Bodine, nominated by Mrs. Bell. In both field hockey and lacrosse, Gab is looked at as a leader and someone to be counted on by her teammates. This winter, Gab ran track for the first time. Immediately, the track coaches noticed her ability to lead by example. When it comes to the classroom, Gab always puts her schoolwork first, which has allowed her to maintain a strong GPA while taking challenging classes. Gab is the first person to offer help and is always the one to look to help those who are struggling under her wing. Gab Bodine. Our 12th grade student of the month, Ayuki Ryuk. Ayuki was nominated by Mrs. McGarity. Ayuki is a diligent, lovely young lady who seeks to challenge herself. An English language learner, she not only works hard to perfect her English skills, but has also dedicated her time to building her bilingualism by studying at Japanese school every weekend. She was a 2015 participant in the Cherokee Marching Band, and though she began playing the alto sax only 2 years ago, her practice and commitment to excellence have qualified her as a member of the wind ensemble. Ayuki is a delight to know, and her respectful character and inquiring mind foretell a future full of promise. Ayuki Ryuk. Our April nominations start with Brianna Farani. Brianna was nominated by Mr. Casimo. Despite being quiet in class, Brianna embraces lessons and wants to go above and beyond. In photography, Brianna takes each lesson seriously and wants her photography to exemplify its true intent. She is considering a future in photography where she will prosper because of her commitment and desire to succeed. Brianna is the type of student teachers yearn to teach. Brianna Farani. Our 10th grade student of the month, Quinn Pence. Quinn was nominated by Mr. Oriole. Quinn advocated for himself during his freshman year to take higher level courses. His drive, determination, and persistence were admirable. Quinn paid for his own tutoring this past summer so he could move into a higher academic level of Spanish 2 this year. Quinn ended the first marking period with an A in Spanish. Quinn's approach to his education is admirable and exemplary to other students. Quinn Pence. We have two 11th grade students of the month from April, starting with Melissa Zumbron. Melissa was nominated by Ms. Moretti and Mrs. Blythe. Melissa volunteers each morning in the Chief's Annex to help get the store set up and ready for the day. She works wonderfully with our special needs students. Melissa is also a captain of the varsity basketball cheerleading team, as well as being an active member of Peer Leaders and Stars. She embodies what it means to be a chief by personifying accountability, integrity, and respect. Melissa Zumbron. Our additional 11th grader, Jared Selko. Jared was nominated by Mr. Lamplu. Jared is a model of accountability, integrity, and respect. He volunteers at the Marlton Sports Unity Program, assisting students with special needs, playing soccer, basketball, and hockey. He often recounts watching the students gain more confidence as each week progresses. In addition, Jared has collected and distributed school supplies for Camden schools, making handcrafted lunch bags with positive artwork and messages. Additionally, he collects greeting cards for underprivileged families in South Jersey. He is a well-rounded, selfless individual who demonstrates what it means to be a chief. Jared Selko. Our final senior, Alyssa Wadusky, could also not attend tonight. She was nominated by Mr. Dilks and Mrs. Mancinelli. Alyssa has faced many hardships over the course of this year regarding her college decision. She has gone above and beyond to work through adversity. She remains one of the most selfless, generous, and well-mannered students at Cherokee. Her unmatched work ethic is why we know she will be a success in anything she puts her mind to in life. Alyssa Wadusky. It is now my honor to introduce again the superintendent of the Lenape Regional High School District, Dr. Carol Birnbaum.
Well, let's have another round of applause for these amazing students. Now, I said before that when we heard all their stories, we would see some consistent themes. I didn't know about the lost money in our building. That seemed to be, you're really good at finding found money. If you think there's a lot of lost money on our floors, you should see our lost and found bins. Hats and scarves and coats, they're just overflowing. So while we have great character teenagers, we're really good at losing things. But excellent work this year, guys. There's a saying that coaches like to say, once is an occurrence, twice is a trend, and 3 times is a habit. So the freshmen, sophomores, and juniors that come back to us next year, you need to keep alive your positive contributions and keep taking action. We expect it from you now that you have displayed it at least once, and we will rely upon you to make a trend so it becomes a habit. And to the seniors, last but certainly not least, finish your high school career strongly and take your specialness with you wherever you go and create opportunities for yourself to positively influence your community at college and beyond. And remember, you are all very special to your teachers, you're special to me, and you're special to your family. So congratulations and good luck.